Hi everyone, it's QuickyBaby and welcome back to World of Tanks. And Wargaming just announced that tomorrow will be the release of Battle Pass Season 1 for World of Tanks. And today I'm going to let you know everything there is to know about something that was popularized with other titles like Fortnite. So firstly, just what is a Battle Pass? Well, this whole concept is that you pay a fee and then you have access to a special number of missions over a set number of times where you can get increased reward where you pay and then you put some effort in to be able to unlock the rewards that you paid for. These passes have become very popular with free-to-play titles to try and get their players to invest more money into the game to be able to make their way into cosmetics, for example. So the first season will last from March the 12th through to June the 10th. So it's going to be 3 months. It's very similar to the amount of time that some of the more recent seasons of Fortnite have occurred, which are usually about 2.5 to 3 months long. So in World of Tanks, everybody is going to be given a standard pass or a free pass, whatever you want to call it. But there is also the option to be able to unlock the improved pass, but it's going to cost you 6,500 gold. The current market price for 6,500 gold is £20, which is roughly about $26 as it stands. That's quite a lot more expensive than the battle passes in other titles, where in Fortnite, for example, it's usually about $10. So hopefully Wargaming are going to be giving us 2.5 times the value if we choose to support the game, to buy the improved pass and to reap the rewards. So the rewards are dripped to you very slowly for completing all of the different stages, all the way up to 45, when you get the maximum required 2,250 points. And here are all of the rewards you're going to be able to get your hands on. If you reach the maximum stage, the standard pass will unlock you quite some really nice rewards actually. 4 days of premium, 900,000 credits, 28 hours of 300% extra free experience boosters, 28 hours of 200% extra crew training, 18 hours of 50% experience boosters, some training booklets for all of your crews, a lot of universal fragments, some Soviet and some British national fragments, a mark of history style, and now on to the 3 better parts of the rewards. Firstly, that you're going to be able to choose one of 2 unique commanders who's going to come with a 0 skill 6 cents perk and enough skills to be able to train 2 additional crews, although you're probably going to have to reset it for some gold or make a sacrifice and use some credits. The next special reward is that you're going to get to choose one of 2 different styles. There's either this teddy bear style for your Object 277, or alternatively you could pick this Super Conqueror style with some hilarious angry troll products on the back of the barrels. Either way, I think these styles look pretty darn cool for 2 tanks that don't have styles as of yet. So thumbs up to Wargaming for giving us some nice styles inside the progression system. Now on to the other really cool reward, and that is that you get one of these new bounty gun laying drives. So what just is a bounty gun laying drive? Well, if any of you know about the bond equipment in the game, i.e. the equipment that you usually have to spend about 4,000 or 5,000 bonds on that is just better than other equipment, but you have to pay bonds to be able to demount it until Wargaming's most recent demounting tool, but that doesn't work for this kind for bond equipment. However, the bounty gun laying drive, on the other hand, as far as I'm aware, you could use your demounting kits on, and also you can upgrade it to be just as good as bond equipment as well. So for example, with the bounty gun laying drive, you can upgrade it from 10% reduced aim time to 12.5% reduced aiming time. Now it is going to cost you 3 million credits to be able to upgrade that bounty gun laying drive, but it should be definitely a really nice boost to have. However, I would also question, why a gun laying drive, Wargaming? I really think when it comes to the enhanced equipment inside the game, the gun laying drive is probably one of the last ones that you want to have, unless you're putting it on tanks that can't use a gun rammer, or some of your horrific big derpy tanks that have 3.5 seconds aim time. It's really one of the least useful pieces of equipment in my opinion. The best one to have would either be a rammer, specifically vents, or even coated optics. I'd say a gun laying drive is probably even less useful than something like a super heavy spore liner, but I don't think there is an improved super heavy spore liner in the game. However, that is where if you part with 6,500 gold, as I said, about $26 or the equivalent on the European server, then you're going to also get the additional rewards of 19 days of a premium account, 4 million credits, 15 100% boosts of hours to your experience, 15 hours of 50% extra credits, some crew training guides, including 2 awesome personal training manuals. I think those are 850,000 experience for a single crew member. That would be perfect to be able to get a commander up to already having 6 cents, for example, on some of your tanks. Universal fragments, more universal fragments. You're going to get double the amount of the standard players. You're also going to get 2 crew skins. You're going to be able to unlock the second style, and that's because you're going to have to choose, if you're a free-to-play player out there and you don't want to get the improved pass, between having a teddy bear on your tank or having angry troll products on the back of your vehicle. I guess it'll depend whether you like the Super Conqueror or the 277. But here's the most controversial decision in my opinion, and that is that there's an additional piece of equipment if you do spend 6,500 gold on the premium pass and you complete it, and that is that you get a bounty gun rammer. Yeah, by far the most important piece of equipment in the game. The gun rammer is behind a paywall. If you upgrade this gun rammer with 3 million credits, that is going to mean that you fire 12.5% faster. That's 2.5% better than a standard gun rammer in the game. That's right, Wargaming for some reason have decided to give all of the free-to-play players out there the worst piece of bounty gun equipment, and they've given all of the paying customers the one that just makes you fire faster that everybody wants to have. This is a really shady tactic, Wargaming, in my opinion, and there's no other way to say this, considering that there's no way to really be able to get the number of bonds that you would need to be able to get enhanced equipment on your tanks. The fact that they've put the gun rammer, the one that makes you fire faster, behind a 6,500 gold paywall, is basically saying that if you pay money in World of Tanks, you will fire faster. When I say things like that, it just blows my mind. If I pay money in this game and I grind, I will be able to fire faster than my opponents? I'm going to be better than my opponents? Imagine if Fortnite released a battle pass where you had a little consumable that you could put on your gun and you would literally just do more damage or fire faster than all of your opponents. I really don't think that the player base would stand for it. But for some reason, the World of Tanks player base will now just absolutely lap it up. It personally makes me really sad because everything else in this battle pass looks really cool. I think it's perfectly fine for people who want to pay more to be able to get the advantages of having extra credits, getting a little bit of extra crew training, getting the additional style, and getting some extra crew skins for their tanks. That's all fine. But I would really question you, Wargaming. What were you thinking when you decided to put a module that literally just makes you fire faster behind a paywall in your free-to-play game? Now, sure, a lot of people are going to say, oh, QuickyBaby, it's only 2.5%. It doesn't really make too much of a difference. But it's beside the point. It's the very definition of pay to win in a game, that you pay and you fire faster or you do more damage. I have no idea why Wargaming didn't just give the bounty rammer to everyone and then say, for example, well, if you use the premium pass, then we're going to give you some extra tools to be able to demount it, or alternatively, we'll upgrade it for you for free. It comes upgraded already and you don't even have to spend the 3 million to be able to upgrade it. But by putting something that makes you fire 2.5% faster than everybody else behind a 6,500 gold paywall, to me it feels like it's Rubicon all over again. And for any of you who weren't playing the game 5 years ago and don't know what the Rubicon system was, that was that Wargaming were going to make all of the different emblems inside the game basically just increase your crew skills, and it was going to make you cost an extortionate amount of credits every single month if you wanted to remain competitive. Well, I can tell you it's the same principle here, and if you care about this game being free to play and your ability to remain competitive without actually spending money on it, then I firmly recommend that you deliver your feedback as effectively as you can, because if the community sits here and accepts this, this is just going to be the start of it. With Rubicon back in 2015, Wargaming were testing the waters as to how the player base would receive undoubtedly a pay-to-win change to their game. But I'd really like to hear what you all have to say in the comments down below. How do you feel about the fact that the next time you're out on the battlefield, you might be playing against somebody who's literally just reloading faster than you because they spent 6,500 credits on a battle pass and you did not? So next you might be thinking, well, how much am I going to have to play to be able to get through all of these different stages? Well, Wargaming make it very clear for you. If you finish in the top 3 of a winning battle, you will get 7 points. If you finish in the top 10, i.e. from 4th to 10th, you will get 5 points on the winning team. And if you're on the losing team and you're in the top 3, you'll get 5 points. And if you're in the top 10, you're going to get 3 points. So watch out for all of you below average players out there. Just like with Wargaming's mission marathons or their challenges, their bot protection is apparently the bottom third of players. So if you finish 11th to 15th, no progress will be made towards the Battle Pass. For each season of the Battle Pass, however, Wargaming is looking like there are going to be special tanks that if you play that you're going to be able to progress faster, and this season is going to be the Super Conqueror and the Object 277. the Super Conqueror, if you finish in the top 3, will actually get 3 extra bonus points on both the winning team and the losing team. However, the Object 277 will gain 1 extra point on the winning team and the losing team if it finishes in the top 3, but also 1 extra point if it finishes between 4th and 10th on both teams as well. So does this mean that the Super Conqueror is meant to be played for all of you unicorns out there who want to finish in the top 3, whereas the 277 is the more friendly tank for all of the grinders who finish in the mid-table? It's a bit bizarre when Wargaming kind of make tanks work like this for their events, right? It's also a bit peculiar to me as to why would Wargaming want to encourage us to play the Object 277 and the Super Conqueror so much. You're going to see a lot of them in the matchmaker, I can tell you that. One thing should be mentioned, however, and that is that you can't just grind the same tank again and again and again because they're going to be limited to the amount of points that you can cap out in each individual vehicle. Tier 6 can earn 100 points, Tier 7 250, 8 400, 9 550, 10 700, and the 277 and the Super Conqueror can earn 1,000 each. Remember, that's for each of your individual vehicles, and so Wargaming have got a nice table here which shows you just how many tanks you're going to have if you want to try and progress through all 4 of the stages. So you're going to have to grind 20 different tier 6 vehicles if you want to be able to get to stage 4. And it looks like you are going to need 2,300 to be able to reach that magic mark. Alternatively, if you're a tier 10 player, then all you will need to do is just play 3 different tier 10 tanks. And to be able to get the 2,300 points means that you're going to have to win 328 games of World of Tanks where you finish in the top 3 over a 3-month period. That is winning 3 games a day, every day for 3 months to be able to get that full plethora of prizes. Alternatively, let's say that you're a mid-range player and you're the middle of the pack and you're going to be winning and you're going to be losing half the time. Well, that means you're probably going to be getting about 4 points per battle and you're going to have to play 575 games over that 3-month period. So yeah, that's pretty much 100 days, right? It's actually under 100 days. It's going to be more like about 85, 90 days. Yeah, you're going to have to play 6 or 7 games of World of Tanks every single day to be able to complete this battle pass without paying. And remember, you're not only going to have to play your favorite tank, especially if you've only got tier 6 vehicles, you're going to have to play a lot of different tier 6 tanks. However, if you don't have enough time to be able to play and 6,500 gold was not enough to be able to pay to be able to get your enhanced gun rammer to be able to fire faster than everybody else, then you're able to skip 20 stages apparently for 5,000 gold, making the total price if you only want to do half the work and maybe play only 3 games a day on average, £35 nearly, or roughly about $45 to be able to get the extra content. And when I look at it like that, it does look like a very steep price. But one thing is cool, and that is that if you want to be able to just play and see how you do and see if you enjoy it, see if you want to keep playing the game, then you can actually keep progressing through all of the different stages without actually buying the premium battle pass first. And then if you find that you complete all 45 stages and you think, do I want to spend the 6,500 gold to be able to get all of the extra styles, the rewards, and the pay-to-win gun rammer, then at least you can do that towards the end of the event as far as I'm aware. A passing mention should be made to the fact that there's actually an elite progression stage that you can complete after you reach level 45 and get all of the rewards, and then you're going to be getting some substantial number of bonds for every single stage you manage to get through. But to be able to cap it out and get all the way up to level 100 effectively in this prestige system, it's going to be 13,230 points, which is roughly about 1,000 games of World of Tanks every single month. Yeah, good luck. Although I'm sure somebody will do it. And so there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Everything that you need to know about the Battle Pass. I think the fact that Wargaming are giving us extra content and effectively kind of creating another mission marathon that's going to last for 3 months is pretty cool. How can I say no to be given free rewards? However, it just sucks when the free reward isn't what you want, and really to get the pay-to-win reward, where literally, players are now going to be asked to pay 6,500 gold just to be able to fire 2.5% faster on one of their vehicles, is completely pay to win. I wish Wargaming would omit it. And do you know what, Wargaming? You could fix this right now. All that you would have to do is make the bounty rammer available instead of the gun laying drive in the free package, and then give somebody some kind of extra style or upgrade it for free if they want to purchase your premium package as well. I implore you, Wargaming, don't make World of Tanks more pay to win than it already is.